Next, we have Diane Medina, who is Vice President, Diversity and Community Relations at KABC-TV since 2002, where she is responsible for developing community initiatives to further enhance the station's news coverage and programming as it relates to the diverse communities of Southern California. Previously, she was Director of Diversity Programs at the Walt Disney Company, where she was responsible for overseeing Disney's commitment to the Latino community for employment, business opportunities, and community relations. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Diane Medina.
Thank you, Adelardo. Nice to see you again. And good evening. It's really a pleasure to be here and see all of you here. This is a great turnout, so congratulations to DG WB. This is terrific. So I'm really honored to be here because one of my favorite things to do is to talk about my station and what we do and the fact that I get paid to do what I would do for free anyway. My passion is community service, so I feel like I have the best job in the world. So at a TV station, tell you a little bit about what we do, why we do it, and maybe some things that you might be able to consider in the future, either for your own companies or for your clients as well. So anyway, we're a broadcaster, television local broadcast station, and we're regulated by the FCC. And the FCC does require or mandate that broadcasters who have the privilege of using the spectrum to broadcast to a certain area also have a responsibility to address the needs and concerns of their and welfare of the community that they're broadcasting to. So a lot of stations will interpret that. It's sort of loose. There's no real hard measurements of what you have to do or what you need to do. So most stations will interpret that in different ways. But we really do operate under the philosophy that if you want to do well, you have to do good. So we keep that not only in our outreach and our community activities, but also with our employees and in the culture of the company as well. But we do a lot of different things, and we realize that what our best opportunity is to engage our community, and our community are our viewers. So it's one thing if we go out and we say we're going to give $1,000 over here or $10,000 to this group, or we're going to go and volunteer, which we do. Our employees go out and volunteer. We pack care packages at Operation Gratitude that are sent to troops. We feed the homeless for Thanksgiving. But what we really, really want to do is engage our viewers. So that community involvement, the relationship you create with the community wherever you're doing business is really key and important. We work with a lot of organizations that already have, that are cause-related and that have great events, and we sponsor them, and we do media sponsorships and so on, like for AIDS Walk Los Angeles and Autism Speaks, and we'll be in Newport Beach this Sunday for the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure. We do a lot of that. But what we really try to do is really take seriously addressing the needs and concerns of our community. So we look at the community and we really do try to figure out what is happening, what is needed, what's not being addressed, how can we help do better or create more effectiveness for things that are happening that need to be addressed. So what we've done is we've created our own campaigns. We work with a lot of other nonprofits, but what we're most proud of is we've created our own campaigns where we've identified something that needed to be addressed. And then a good example is we work with a lot of food shelters. We've been helping them out for some time. But we're hearing from the food shelters, the food banks, is that during the summer months, donations drop dramatically. People forget to give during the summer. Everybody's very generous around the holidays. But the need is even greater during the summer because a lot of children are out of school and they're not getting the benefit of the school food programs. So it's a real big burden on the food banks. So we're talking to food banks. We decided, well, we should do something where we could help bring more food and fill those shelves during the summer months. So we created a campaign. It's only in its third year, called Feed SoCal. And we work with the 4 regional food banks that actually serve the broadcast area that we cover, which is Ventura County, Los Angeles County, Orange County, San Bernardino, and Riverside County. So the regional food banks in each of those counties became our community partners. We have a great partner with, corporate partner with Vaughn's Markets. So together we created this program where for a full month, we put a lot of promotion on the air, and we ask our viewers to go to Vaughn's, and Vaughn's packs these $5 bags that are already prepackaged with food, enough food to serve a family of 4 dinner. So we ask our viewers to go and do this for us. Then we can host 4 what we call Stuff a Truck events, because the real thing is the call to action to the viewers. We don't want to just ask them, just do something very passive. We want to really engage them and get them involved. So we hold these Stuff a Truck events where people come and will actually bring food. Now this is where it's really fun because people will come all day. We start out at 4:30 a.m. when we go on the air with our early morning news, and Garth Camp will host one and Alicia Del Valle hosts another. And we stay there until 6:30 at night until we go off the air with our 6:30 news. But for companies, and this is where I want to address the whole issue about companies getting involved, and I think Anne Marie had a very good point about if you're doing something good, that's fabulous, and there's good karma, and there's good reward for that, and it's good for your culture and everything in your business. But if nobody knows about it, the value that you're not getting much value for that, the resources you're putting into it. So we have other businesses that really come out and support our Stuff a Truck. And a good example is and it doesn't cost them or it doesn't involve a big planning, strategic plan. They come out, and they're the helpful Honda dealers. Honda has become one of our big partners in these drives. And they'll come out, and during live on the air, while we're doing live coverage, they come in with a couple Hondas stacked totally with food, and they come in and make that donation. And so they get the benefit of on the air during live news, people seeing that it's the Honda dealers that are actually giving food to people in need. So that's something that we've learned to do with some of our campaigns, where we can bring in partners that will do good in the community, but also get some visibility and some awareness of what they're doing. We have another campaign called Spark of Love, where there are so many children in underserved areas that don't have toys or gifts for the holidays. So we work with Southern California firefighters who are our community partners, but then we have partners like Target, Honda as well. We have other corporate partners that will come out, and we do Stuff a Truck events or Stuff a Bus, where we're stuffing buses with toys. So again, it's another way to do something good and still get that visibility. Now, when we do a campaign, what we look at is how important is it to the community, and what is really the impact? How many people are really going to benefit from whatever it is that we're addressing? And in the case of the food drive, it was really hundreds of thousands of people are going hungry every night. So we look at one is what is the impact to the community, but then also what is the value to the station? Because we're doing this because we believe it's the right thing to do, but we also feel that it's important that there's obviously some return on our investment of all the resources that it takes. So we'll look at, how many people are going to be impacted, and, how can we take this opportunity and create goodwill on behalf of the station. So we think that we're being successful with that, because as we've gone through this 3-year campaign on our Stuff a Truck events and for Feed SoCal, we started out our first year, we collected 2 million pounds of food. Then we collected 3 million pounds of food, and now we've tripled that. So every year it's growing, and it's growing to the benefit of the food banks, but it's also, I think while we can't measure the bottom line, it's very difficult to measure the ROI on doing good. We do see that more people are coming out, so we have to interpret that we're getting more viewers, and our viewers are really feeling good about what they're doing with us. We also take a look at where there is an opportunity for us to make a difference in terms of the diversity in our market. Now, Southern California probably has the largest population outside of most countries are here. So the largest population of Armenians outside of Armenia is in Southern California. The largest population of Filipinos outside of the Philippines is in Southern California. And that's true with so many other nationalities. So there's a huge diversity here. So we really do look at the diversity of our community as well. And how can we address the needs of the different communities that we have? We have a lot of organizations and a lot of community leaders that we work with from different diverse communities, and they're helpful. But what we have found, the best way to really tap into what each community needs and what their interests are is by going out and actually doing a very grassroots approach with them. We have a program called ABC-7 Listens, where we go out to a community, have a town hall style meeting, and we ask the community, what's important to you? What are your concerns? What are your needs? What is it that we can do to address those things in your community that perhaps aren't being given the attention that they should? And we've been all throughout our 5 counties. We've been here in Santa Ana at the Delhi Center. We've been in San Bernardino County and Riverside County up north to Ventura County. So we're always looking at how can we make sure that we're addressing across the broad spectrum of diversity. Now, diversity is extremely important to us, and we try to weave diversity into everything that we do. So it's not just workforce diversity, but it's the diversity that on the news stories that we cover, on the people that you see on the air. One of the things that we value about our news teams is that you will not see an all-white news team on any of our broadcasts on television. Our news teams are every one of them is diverse. And we think that has really supported the fact that ABC-7 is the #1 station in Los Angeles. In terms of local, I can't speak for the network programming, but for local, we are the #1 station, and our numbers are so...
I'm sorry, go ahead, Diane. Can you start wrapping it up? I'm sorry.
Okay, I see what happens as I start talking.
The good thing is you're ending up at it's the #1 station, right? You're going to leave us with that.
#1 station. But at any rate, and we really do believe that it's because we reflect the audience. The audience sees themselves in our station, and that diversity has really helped to make us and drive our success.
Very good. Thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause.